Good evening, children. How are you? Did you learn the previous day portion? I told you to write the assignment. Somebody of them wrote. What about others? Okay, today class I will give the assignment. You should be right, okay? Okay, today class our learning objectives. What is our learning objectives means? To learn about the Avogadro number. Avogadro number. Already we learned that Avogadro number. What is the number? 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. This is Avogadro number. That is the total number of entities present in 1 mole of any substance. The total number of entities present in 1 mole of any substance is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. Clear? The total number of entities present in 1 mole of any substance is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. This number is called Avogadro number, which is named after the Italian physicist Amedeo Avogadro. He proposed that, what he proposed, the equal number of all gases under the same condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. This is already we learned in small class. What we learned? Equal volume of all gases under the same condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. But one of the important point is Avogadro number does not have any unit. That's a very, very important point. Avogadro proposed, there's one number. What is that? The equal volume of all gases under the condition of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. That is Avogadro. Avogadro mentioned one theory. But he gave one value of this value. What is the value? For any 1 mole of a substance, or only any one of the mole, any 1 mole of any substance is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. How can you prove this 1 mole? How can you prove this 1 mole Avogadro number? That is, for example, in a chemical reactions, atoms or molecules react in a specific ratio. Suppose one reactant C plus O2 gives CO2. Otherwise, second one reaction, methane on react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Let us consider the two reactions. What are the two reactions? C plus O2 gives CO2 and methane on react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. What is the differences between the first reactions and the second reaction? The first reaction saying that one carbon atom reacts with the oxygen molecule to give one carbon dioxide molecule. Am I right? That is C plus O2 gives CO2. One of the carbon atom reacts with one of an oxygen atom, we get 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Am I right? What about the second reaction? Methane on reacts with 2 mole of oxygen. Methane on reacts with 2 mole of oxygen, we get carbon dioxides and 2 moles of water. We get carbon dioxides and 2 moles of water. Am I right? That is, 1 mole of methane burns with 2 mole of oxygen. 1 mole of methane burns with 2 mole of oxygen to give 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 mole of water. That's the concept. Clear? 1 mole of methane burns with 2 mole of oxygen. We get 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. So what we understand, it is clear that the ratio of the reactant is based on the number of molecules. It is clear that the ratio of the reactant is based on the number of the molecule. Clear? The ratio is based on the number of molecules. But here one of the difficulties is, practically it is very difficult to count the number of the molecule. If you are counting the number, it is very difficult. But ratio of the reactant, we can be easily, it is countable. Because the reason is, it is beneficial to use the mole concept. Already yesterday we discussed about the mole concept. Okay, mole concept. That is the quantity. The actual number of molecule to the quantity of the reactants and the product. We can explain the first reaction in 1 mole of the carbon reacts with 1 mole of the oxygen, we get 1 mole of the carbon dioxide. Clear? 1 mole of the carbon react with 1 mole of the oxygen to form 1 mole of the carbon dioxide. The second category, what is that one? 1 mole of the methane react with 2 moles of the oxygen, we get 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. Am I right? When only atoms are involved, the scientific also used one term that is called a gram atom instead of 1 mole. So, our basic concept, what is the basic concept means? Avogadro number means the total number of entity present in 1 mole of any substance. 1 mole of any, whatever may be the substance, 1 mole of the any substance, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms. Our next topic is about the molar mass. What is about the molar mass? It is defined as the masses of 1 mole of the substance. The masses of 1 mole of a substance. It is defined as the mass of 1 mole of a substance. The molar mass of a compound is equal to the molar mass of a compound. The molar mass of a compound is equal to the sum of relative atomic mass. The sum of relative atomic mass, that is REM. Sum of relative atomic mass. What is the example? Yesterday we learned about the example. Relative atomic mass of 1 hydrogen atom is equal to, what is the 1 hydrogen atom? 1.008 unified atomic mass. Like that, molar mass of hydrogen atom, molar mass of hydrogen atom. Molar mass of hydrogen is equal to 1.008 gram mole inverse. 1.008 gram mole inverse. Relative atomic mass of 1 hydrogen atom is equal to 1.008 unified atomic mass. Molar mass of hydrogen atom is equal to 1.008 gram mole inverse. Then relative molecular mass of glucose. Relative molecular mass of C6H12O6 is equal to approximately 180 unified atomic mass. And also molar mass of glucose is molar mass of C6H12O6 is equal to 1.180 gram mole inverse. This is a small variation. Here having some unit only, some variation, some difference. Others are correct, others are same. Next we are learning about that molar volume. What is about the molar volume? Molar volume next about molar volume. Here the volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure. In a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure. Given temperature and pressure is called molar volume. What is about the molar volume? The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in gaseous state. The condition is in gaseous state. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure is called molar volume. Can you study the definition? What is this important question? What is define molar volume? The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure is called molar volume. One of the condition. What is the condition? Here I have one condition. Molar volume condition. What are the condition? Here the volume occupied by condition. 3 conditions have. What are the 3 conditions? First condition, 273 Kelvin. 273 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure. 273 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure. STP. What is STP? Standard temperature and pressure. 273 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure, that is the value is 22.71. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in the gaseous state at 273 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure, the value is how much? 22.71. Second condition, 273 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure. One of the new term, SATP. SATP. What is SATP? Standard ambient temperature and pressure. Standard ambient temperature and pressure. That is the value is 22.4. What's the value? 22.4. Next. At 298 Kelvin and 180 atmospheric pressure. 298 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure. That is room temperature and pressure. This condition is room temperature. Room temperature and pressure. That is what? 298 is equal to 24.5. 24.5. The volume occupied by the condition. What are the condition? Here, condition, the volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in the gaseous state at a given temperature at 273 and 1 bar pressure, 273 1 atmospheric pressure, 298 and 1 atmospheric pressure. These are the three conditions. 273 Kelvin 1 bar pressure, 273 Kelvin 1 atmospheric pressure, 298 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure. Here, the volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance gaseous state is 273 1 bar pressure 22.71, 273 and 1 atmospheric pressure SATP, this is 22.4, 298 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure, that is room temperature and pressure 24.5. This is the condition. Okay, so we learn about the molar volume. What is about the molar volume? The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure. The volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance in a gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure. That is called molar volume. Next about gram equivalent concept. Gram equivalent concept. The last class we learned about that. The mole concept is based on only molecular mass. Mole concept is based on molecular mass. Last video we learned about that. Mole concept is based on molecular mass. Gram equivalent concept is based on equivalent mass. Gram equivalent concept. Equivalent concept. Gram equivalent concept is based on equivalent mass. The molecular mass and equivalent mass are entirely different. Here, what we are going to learn about the gram equivalent mass. It is defined as the mass of an element that combines the mass of an element not only for element, can we say compound, ion or compound or ion. Okay, mass of element or compound that combines or displays. That combines or displays 1.008 gram hydrogen. 1.008 gram hydrogen or 8 gram oxygen or 35.5 gram chlorine. So, displaces, okay? Not displaces. The mass of an element, gram equivalent concept is defined as the mass of an element, not only for the element, compound or ion, that combines or displays. That combines means combine together. Combines. Displays means one place to another. Displays 1.008 gram of hydrogen. This is a constant value for hydrogen. What's the value? 1.008 gram hydrogen or 8 gram oxygen or 35.5 gram chlorine. This is the definition. Can you learn about the definition? What's the gram equivalent concept? It is defined as the mass of an element that combines or displaces 1.008 gram of hydrogen or 8 gram of oxygen or 35.5 gram of chlorine. Let us consider the reactions. It can be explained by one reactions. What is a reactions means? Zinc Zn combines with sulfuric acid. What is the formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Here, symbol of zinc is Zn, zinc. Zinc plus sulfuric acid. This zinc on combines with sulfate. The zinc Zn on combines with the sulfate to form zinc sulfate plus the evolution of hydrogen. Okay, we get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. In this reactions, 1 mole of zinc displaced 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. 1 mole of zinc displaced 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. This is a zinc atom. This is a hydrogen molecule. Am I right? Zinc displaces 1 molecule of hydrogen. You replace it by 1 molecule, not 1 atom. 1 molecule of hydrogen. That means 1 mole of zinc is equal to, that is the gram of zinc, the 1 gram of zinc is equal to 65.38 gram. Okay, 1 mole of zinc is equal to 65.38 gram. And also 1 mole of hydrogen, 1 mole of hydrogen is equal to, this is the hydrogen, is equal to 2.016 gram. 2.016 gram. That means 1 mole of zinc value, 1 mole of zinc is equal to 65.38 grams. The 1 atom of zinc is displaced the hydrogen. What is the 1 mole of hydrogen value? Hydrogen molecule value 2.016 gram displaced. Now we can calculate the mass of zinc required. The mass of zinc required. Calculate the mass of zinc required to displace mass of zinc displaced, calculation, displaced to hydrogen is equal to 65.38 divided by hydrogen value 2.016 into, it's a one hydrogen atom value 1, that is 1.008. So 65.38 divided by 2.106 is equal to approximately equal to 32.43 is equal to 32.43 into 1.008. That is equal to, now multiply 32.689. Our constant value is equal to, we can be calculated value is equal to 32 point, here value can be increased 669. Okay, the equivalent mass is equal to, mass of zinc is equal to 32.69. So the gram equivalent mass of zinc is equal to, the gram equivalent mass of the zinc is equal to 32.69 gram equivalent inverse. Here, in this reaction, zinc combines with sulfate to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Here the mass of zinc, we are telling about the mass of zinc required to displace hydrogen. So here 1 mole of zinc is equal to 65.38 gram. Like that, hydrogen molecule is equal to 2.016 gram. The mass of the zinc required to displace hydrogen is equal to 65.38 divided by that value 2.016 into 1 hydrogen value 1.008. That is equal to approximately equal to 32.43 into 1.008. We get 32.689. Otherwise 32.69. This is what? Gram equivalent mass of zinc. So we can be write one formula for gram equivalent mass. We can be write one formula for gram equivalent mass. Gram equivalent mass is equal to molar mass by equivalence factor. Gram equivalent mass is equal to molar mass divided by equivalent factor. This is the formula for gram equivalent mass. This is the formula for gram equivalent mass. Gram equivalent mass is equal to molar mass divided by equivalence factor. Okay. Okay, next our learning objectives. How can you calculate the equivalent mass of an acid, base, salt, oxidizing it and reducing agent? Oxidizing and reducing agent. How can you calculate? For that, we need an equivalent factors. Equivalent factors. What are the equivalent factors? Means acidity, basicity, number of moles of electron gain, number of moles of electron loss, that is oxidation and reduction. These are the equivalent factors we need. For example, acid, the equivalent factor is basicity. Acid and the acid equivalent factor is basicity. What's the meaning of basicity? Basicity means number of replaceable hydrogen atom, number of ionizable hydrogen atom. This is called basicity. Present in 1 mole of an acid. Number of ionizable hydrogen atom present in 1 mole of an acid. For example, if you are taking 1 mole of acid HCl, this HCl contain number of replaceable H plus ions is 1. So basicity is equal to 1. Clear? HCl having number of ionizable H plus ions is 1. So the basicity is 1. For example, sulfuric acid, H2SO4. How much replaceable ions having? How much ionizable H plus ions having? 2. So the basicity is equal to 2. Clear? So we can given a formula for calculating equivalent mass. E is equal to molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. What is the formula? E is equal to molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. Okay. Second one, base. We are taking base. Base means sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, etc. are the bases. Here, for the base, we are giving the equivalent factors is acidity. Okay. Acidity means number of moles of ionizable OH minus ion. For example, sodium hydroxide. How much OH is there? What is the formula for sodium hydroxide? NaOH. How much OH is there? 1. So the acidity is equal to acidity for sodium hydroxide NaOH is equal to 1. For example, potassium hydroxide. What is the acidity? How much OH is there? 1. 1 OH is there. So acidity is equal to 1. Number of moles of ionizable OH present in 1 mole of a base. Number of moles of ionizable OH minus ions present in 1 mole of a base. Next one, ammonium hydroxide. What is the formula? NH4OH. How much OH is there? 1. So acidity is equal to 1. Then about calcium hydroxide. How much OH is there? CaOH twice. How much OH is there? CaOH twice. 2 OH. So acidity is equal to 1. Number of ionizable OH is equal to 2. So acidity is equal to 2. Aluminum hydroxide formula. AlOH thrice. AlOH thrice. Okay. So how much ionizable OH is there? 3. So acidity is equal to 1. Number of moles of ionizable OH minus ion present in 1 mole of the base. Next, equivalent factors. Okay, here for the base we are giving one formula. What is the formula? Means E is equal to molar mass of the base divided by acidity of the base. Molar mass of the base divided by acidity of the base. That is the formula for calculating equivalent mass. Next one, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Oxidizing agent, all of you know that one. Here we are using number of electron gain or number of electron loss during the redox reaction. What's the meaning of redox reaction? Both oxidation and reduction is going on, is called redox reaction. So here, number of electrons gain or number of electron loss during the redox reaction. For this oxidizing and reducing agent, we are giving the formula E is equal to molar mass of an oxidizing or reducing agent divided by number of electron gain or number of electron loss during the redox reaction. Okay, once again I am saying about that. We have equivalent factors and formula for calculating equivalent mass. Equivalent factors and also having equivalent formula for calculating equivalent mass. For that, we are taking 3 categories. One is acid, second one is base, third one is oxidizing and reducing agent. 3 factors we are taking. Number 1, acid. Number 2, base. Number 3, oxidizing and reducing agent. For acid, we are taking basicity for the equivalent factors. For base, we are taking acidity. Okay. For the oxidizing and reducing agent, we are taking how much number of electron gain or how much number of electron loss. Okay. For already I told you about the basicity. What is the meaning of basicity? Number of moles of ionizable H plus ions present in 1 mole of an acid. Number of moles of ionizable H plus ions present in 1 mole of an acid. Okay. For example, HCl. How much H plus ions there? 1. So, okay, basicity is equal to 1. And also sulfuric acid, H2SO4. How much ionizable H plus is there? 2. So, basicity is equal to 2. H3PO3, H3PO4, phosphorus acid, phosphoric acid, H3PO4, phosphoric acid, H3PO3, phosphorus acid. How much H plus ions is there? 3. So, basicity is equal to 3. Clear? Nitric acid, HNO3. How much H plus ions is there? 1. So, basicity is equal to 1. Number of ionizable H plus ions present in 1 mole of an acid. That is called what? Basicity. Okay. Now, which formula can be adopted here? E is equal to molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. E is equal to molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. Next one, for the acidity is equal to number of moles of ionizable OH minus ion present in the 1 mole of the base. Okay, number of moles of ionizable OH minus ions present in 1 mole of the base is called what? Acidity. Okay, here example, 1 mole of the base, for example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, etc. having only 1 ionizable OH. For example, sodium hydroxide formula NaOH is equal to NaOH having only 1 OH. So, here acidity is equal to 1. ammonium hydroxide, only one OH is there, so the acidity is equal to 1. And also potassium hydroxide, only one OH is there, so the acidity is equal to 2. For example, calcium hydroxide, formula CaOH twice, number of ionizable OH is equal to, they are having 2, so the acidity is equal to 2. Okay, and also the aluminum hydroxide having AlOH thrice, aluminum hydroxide AlOH thrice, they are having 3 OH is there, so the acidity is equal to number of replaceable ionizable OH, they are having 3, so acidity is equal to 3. And oxidizing and reducing agent, here we are tell about that how much number of electron gain or how much number of electron loss, how much number of electron gain or how much number of electron loss. As per we are giving one formula, E is equal to molar mass of an oxidizing or reducing agent divided by number of electron gain or number of electron loss during the redox reaction. And also for the acid, we are giving the formula molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. What is the acid? We are giving the formula E is equal to molar mass of an acid divided by basicity of an acid. And also for the base, we are giving the formula E is equal to molar mass of the base divided by acidity of the base. Okay, for the base we are giving molar mass of the base divided by acidity of the base. And for the oxidizing and reducing agent, E is equal to number of molar mass of an oxidizing or reducing agent divided by number of electron loss or number of electron gain during the redox reaction. Let us discuss one by one. There's a small calculation. Okay. Okay. How can you calculate? How can you calculate the basicity for sulfuric acid? Basicity for sulfuric acid. First you write sulfuric acid basicity is equal to two equivalent mole inverse, because here having replaceable hydrogen ion is 2, so basicity is equal to 2. What is the molar mass of sulfuric acid? Molar mass of sulfuric acid. Molar mass of sulfuric acid. Here, how much hydrogen is there? Atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. Hydrogen is equal to 2 hydrogen is there. Am I right? 2 hydrogen. So 2 into atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. Atomic mass is equal also 1. 1 plus sulfur. Atomic number of sulfur is equal to 16. So the molecular mass is equal to 32. Molecular mass. That is the mass number of sulfur is equal to. Mass number of sulfur is equal to 32. Okay. How much sulfur is there? 1 sulfur. So 1 into mass number 32 plus oxygen. Atomic number of oxygen is equal to 8. Mass number is equal to 16. How much oxygen is there? 4. 4 into 16. Here, have a doubt? Doubt. Okay. Sulfuric acid. Basicity for molar mass for sulfuric acid. Here, which are the element present? Hydrogen 2, sulfur 1, oxygen 4. Here, atomic number of hydrogen is equal to 1. Mass number of hydrogen is also 1. Atomic number of sulfur is equal to 16. Mass number is equal to 32. Atomic number of oxygen is equal to 8. Mass number is equal to 60. Clear? That's the value. Okay, we are calculating. So hydrogen having 2 hydrogen. So first take it 2 into 1 because mass number is 1 plus sulfur. Sulfur how much having? 1 sulfur. So 1 into mass number 32. 32 plus. Next oxygen. How much oxygen is there? 4 oxygen. 4 oxygen. 4 into and the mass number is equal to 60. 60. So 2 into 1 is equal to 2 plus 1 into 32 is equal to 32 plus here 4 into 16 is equal to 64. 64. When you are adding, what is the answer? Is equal to 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8. 6 plus 3, 9. 98. Here, 98 gram equivalent. Equivalent inverse. Gram equivalent inverse. This is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. Can you write? Can you write? Molecular mass of sulfuric acid. Okay? But here basicity is equal to 2. So you should be divided by 98 divided by 2. So what's the answer? Is equal to 98 divided by 2 is equal to 49. 49. 49 gram equivalent. Clear? And next one example. One more example. Can we discuss one more example? Molar mass of KOH. Molar mass of KOH. How can you calculate the molar mass of KOH? First of all, how much replaceable, how much ionizable OH atom is there? 1. Clear? Only 1. How much OH is there? 1. So ionizable OH is 1. So the acidity is equal to 1. 1 equivalent mole inverse. 1 equivalent mole inverse. Okay? That is what? Acidity. Acidity is equal to 1 equivalent mole inverse. Then molar mass of KOH. Molar mass of KOH is equal to KOH equal to potassium atomic number 90. Am I right? 90. Mass number is equal to 39. Mass number of potassium is equal to 39. How much potassium is there? 1. So 1 into 39 plus oxygen. How much having? 1 having. 1 into oxygen atomic number 8. Mass number 60 plus hydrogen 1 having 1 into 1. So 39 is equal to 39 plus 60 plus 1. Clear? So what's the answer? 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 9, 60. 60. Then 4, 5. So we get what? 56. 56. Am I right? Here acidity is equal to 1. So 56 divided by 1 is equal to, what's the answer? 56 gram equivalent. 56 gram equivalent inverse. Have it out? Okay, my dear children, for today assignment, first volume page number 8, first volume page number 8, molar mass, that's a first paragraph is enough. Next about the molar volume, the 3 line is enough. Then gram equivalent mass, they have the definition, page number 8 having the definition. Gram equivalent mass is defined as the mass of an element that combines or displaces 1.008 gram hydrogen or 8 gram oxygen or 35.5 gram chlorine. That much enough, only definition, 3 definition. You should be write and submit to me. The last class, many of them wrote your answer. Thank you all of you. Please continue and again you write. Day by day, every day you should be write the assignment. That is a better way for studying you. You can score very good mark. So kindly cooperate to me all. Thank you. Thank you one and all. Thank you.